Hello, everyone. It is the Prophet Michael David, aka Aries, and today we're going to go over some current signs that I've seen, and then we're going to go over some general stuff. This is like a filler prologue video for what I'm going to do next in the future. So, specifically, what I'm going to do in the next series of videos is I'm going to finally clarify on all the claims to be basically all the end times prophets that I made in my Raphael's Horn video that I posted on April 5th, 2023, the day of Revelation. Specifically, I'm going to go from west to east. So I'm going to start with Native Americans, then go to Christianity, then go to Judaism, then go to Islam, then go to Hinduism, then go to Buddhism, and then go to the Eastern religions, cultures, and then go back to some really, really old stuff. But today we're just doing signs, current signs, and I'm going to elaborate a little bit more on the different kinds of prophets and everything and all that stuff. Like I said, it's a filler video, but meant to be a bridge between what I've been doing in the past and elaboration on all the claims. So here we go. All right, first off, in the signs, I saw that article or YouTube video in which Betelgeuse is going to be occulted by the asteroid Leona 316, I think it says. And the reason why this is prophetic is because in my Revelation video, Raphael's Horn, on April 5th, 2023, I prophesied that Betelgeuse would go supernova within my lifetime. All right, really short add-on because I have not elaborated on this before, but she wants me to talk about it. This is not a prophecy. This, again, is just prophetic speculation, but I prophetically speculate that I will die within my 60th year. So I'm 45 right now, which means I only have 15 more years, which means Betelgeuse will explode in the next 15 years. And some of you may have seen an article that I did not post or look up, that where some scientists did a study and they concluded between the dimming of Betelgeuse in 2021 through its brightening and everything, and the mass coronal ejection, that Betelgeuse was going through a phase where it was burning through carbon, which means it only has a couple decades left, which would well couch within my prophecy. So look it up if you want to. Again, the study came out months, I think 2 or 3 months after April 5th. April, May, June, July. Yeah, so July. You can look it up. But yeah, again, my prophecy comes well before that, and I don't know any of those people. All right, that post of that YouTube video is about the Star of Jacob, which is prophesied to be, the Mashiach. And the reason why that one resonated with me is because lately I've been reading the Bible, the Torah, a lot more, and I was reading Numbers. And I had come to the part in the Torah in Numbers where there's a part where this guy named Balaam, who isn't an Israelite, but he's asked to curse the Israelites. They're sitting on the east side of the Jordan, and he's asked to curse them, but he only has blessings for them because somehow he talks to God, or is a prophet or a conduit of God somehow, and basically he blesses the Israelites. But one of the blessings, which is number, I don't know what, 5 or 7 or something like that, he says the most prophetic part about it, he says, he, proclaiming to Mashiach, I see him amongst that camp, but not in the near future, in the far future. And that has come to many meanings, but the way I'm going to explain it and how I saw it at the time was that you got to remember the Israelites had one thing in their possession that I can lay claim to. Even after 40 years in the desert, they still had Joseph's remains, the person I am reincarnated from. They had his bones or his embalmed. I don't know if it was in the ark or not, but they still had it. And that's what Balaam saw, was he saw those bones and what those bones would become. Thirdly, we have this man that I've spoken about before, and I did finally look at the website and look up his real name, and it's Al Sadiq Abdullah. So then I looked up the meanings of his name, and Sadiq means honest, trustworthy person, and Abdullah does not mean Israel. It does not mean he who struggles with God. It means servant of God. And so his exact translation of his name in Arabic is honest, trustworthy servant who serves God, or Allah in the Muslim context. I also learned in the process that yes, he is a person that is proclaiming himself the Al-Mahdi or the Imam Mahdi, although he does not say that directly in his videos. Exactly who I'm proclaiming to be too. Number two, would I have any animosity towards this man for that? No. This is that point in history where, honestly, I give the man props. He obviously has a connection to the Akashic Library and to God. He's not the Imam Mahdi because he can't stitch together the entire world, only Islam, and that's not what the end times prophet is. That's why it has to be one singular person. Otherwise, it doesn't work. That being said, I want to defend him in a way, not that he needs my defense, but only to say that I've watched a lot of his videos and shorts and seen a lot of the comments on them, and some people are like, the Imam Mahdi would never proclaim himself Imam Mahdi. He has to be proclaimed by the masses. The same thing is almost exactly said about the Mashiach in Judaism, but let me tell you why that's wrong. All right, human nature. Who says these things? And I'm going to take a pure, even though it's not about Christianity, they do the same thing. About all these priests, rabbis, poorly named imams in Islam. Why do they say those things? Like, the true prophet, end times prophet, won't proclaim themselves. They will be proclaimed by the masses. Well, they say that for one singular reason, is because they want to be the kingmakers. Like, when they say that it will be proclaimed by the masses, as soon as somebody proclaims themselves Mashiach or Mahdi or Second Coming in Christianity, the priests and rabbis and imams are going to say, well, you guys have your opinion, but you don't know as much about the holy books as we do. And this is like the major problem with organized religion all throughout history, is people have discounted the proclamations of actual prophets of God in favor of kings and priests and rabbis or whatever, who says that no, they cannot be the one because they don't have a certain amount of this or that. That's all it is. Whenever they say that, the Mahdi or the Mashiach or whatever will be too humble to proclaim themselves prophet, that's stupid. All that means is they want to be some uncertainty so they can proclaim them prophet, because they are so wise about the books. It's a smokescreen. In other words, in a very Abrahamic religion sense, did Abraham proclaim himself a prophet, or was he like, I don't know? Yes, of course he proclaimed himself a prophet. Did Isaac? Yeah, to a point. Did Jacob? Yes. Did Joseph? Yes. Did Moses? Yes. Did Jesus? Yes. Did Muhammad? Yes. So why in the world wouldn't the end times prophet proclaim themselves a prophet? Again, because all the stupid priests that do not proclaim themselves prophets want to be kingmakers, but they're not kingmakers. They're just servants. They're just supposed to be told what to do. All right, I'm about to sign off, but just remember what I've told you guys many times before. Words are cheap. They're almost meaningless, including my own, except if they do good or bad deeds. Deeds are paramount. So, words are almost meaningless. Deeds are paramount. All right, as always, rule number 1, do not touch other people without their consent, aka do not hurt each other. And rule number 2, it's all about honesty. It's a karma system. Lies are ticked down. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.